Action. And we are live. Y'all already know it's your man Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan, and we are gonna dive right into it, man. For those of you guys who don't know, the Boston Celtics have won the 2024 NBA championship, meaning the season is officially over. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Unfortunately, the Magic, yes, we've never won an NBA championship, but I have always thought seeing NBA titles, seeing titles in other sports, what would happen if the Magic were to win a title in terms of the parade? Now, I know people are going to call me delusional. People are going to say, "Bro, you're way too early for this." I get it. But I do believe that Alex Martins is going to be called a prophet because although he made his statement pretty early in 2016 when he said 2030, by 2030 the Orlando Magic will be NBA champions. I don't think he's wrong. Right now it is June 23rd of 2024. I don't know what the next couple years are going to hold for this team, but do I believe that this team has a chance to truly make it and truly win a championship? Of course. So, I have to dive into this video and I have to see where are we going to have this parade? Where would a parade take place through downtown Orlando? Because for those of you guys who don't know, downtown Orlando is big and it has a lot of monuments, but we don't have sports teams. We don't have major events besides like the Pro Bowl, WrestleManias, and things like that at our Citrus Bowl, which is now Camping World Stadium, which is on the other side of downtown, right? So in terms of parades, I was looking at Google Maps because you already know we had to dive in. And the reason and the inspiration for this video, honestly, for those of you guys who don't know, I do love Boston in all other sports, meaning like the Patriots. And I did recently go to TD Garden. And of course, I had to get some Celtics merch because growing up, I never hated the Celtics as a Boston, everything else fan. Just went for the Brady retirement, one of the best trips of my life. So, seeing the Boston Celtics parade, seeing their route, they went honestly from TD Garden and they didn't do a circle. They didn't do a lap. They went from TD Garden, right? They went straight from here all the way through town. Keep in mind there were over 1 million people and then they ended at their convention center, right? So, now we're gonna fast forward to whenever it is. I'm not gonna put a year on it because I'm not gonna jinx anything, but we're gonna fast forward to whenever it is that the Orlando Magic win the title, right? Cool. So we're gonna see right here. I'm gonna position myself right here. Okay. So, to me personally, I believe that Kia Center is going to be the start of the parade. There's no way we don't start it. And I do believe that we're going to be the type of team to have like a rally. Um I don't know if we're going to have a rally outside, and if we do, it's definitely going to be at Lake Eola for sure. But if not, if they don't do some type of boat rally, I genuinely think they're gonna have a rally at Kia Center. But I think the parade is gonna start at Kia Center. The parade is gonna start here, and I'm gonna tell you why. Just walk with me. Everybody knows that on this side is where the garages are, the players come out over here, the mirrors, buses, all of that, right? They come out through here, so that's where it's gonna start. The parade's gonna start over here, and obviously fans are gonna be lined up all throughout downtown. But for those of you guys who don't know, this is downtown right here, but this yellow part is really the strip of downtown. All this other section is like the locals downtown, if you know what I'm saying. Everybody on this side lives here, lives in Orlando. You see the middle school. You see this is like areas of living for just locals. This part, that yellow part, that's where like the big skyscrapers are, so on and so forth. And that's like our downtown, right? Cool. So I believe we're gonna leave Kia Center, right? And we're gonna come all the way down South Street. This is the mayor's office, and this is a very, very important arena, if you say, theater, a performing arts center, called the Dr. Phillips Center of the Performing Arts, or for the Performing Arts. Honestly, man, I went there when they opened. Shout out my dad, he took me there. It was like a free showing for like everybody, and it was honestly amazing just seeing how spectacular of a place it was. And that was when it opened. I could only imagine now. Right here, there's a huge field though. It's like an enormous field. At least last time that I checked, and there's definitely space for people. And of course, it's the mayor's office, and there's more field right here. I genuinely believe that we are going to see the parade leave Kia Center. We're going to go down here through South Street. The Grand Bohemian Hotel is right here. And the Grand Bohemian is a very, very, very famous hotel in Orlando. It's one of the most famous in downtown. It's a great hotel. I've obviously never stayed, but at least everyone tells me, and I've seen the Grand Bohemian is phenomenal. So, we're gonna go through the Grand Bohemian, and I do believe that we're going to pass the mayor's office and that City of Performing Arts, or for Performing Arts. It literally says it right there. We're gonna make that right, and we're gonna go down, and then on Anderson Street, we're gonna pick it up, and we're gonna come right back up. And you're gonna see why in a second. Why I believe we're gonna go back up. And this is the one of the most famous strips is right here on Magnolia. But I don't know if we're gonna come up through Magnolia. But if I was them, that's what I would do. I would just take the whole loop right here. Take Anderson Street, go all the way around the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts, and then make that left on South Street, and then you're gonna hit Magnolia. Once you hit Magnolia, right here it's just a strip of people, right, and a whole bunch of buildings, a whole bunch of skyscrapers, and you're just gonna see it's just gonna be phenomenal, right? So you're gonna hit Magnolia, and the reason why I'm hitting Magnolia and not here is because right here is the public library, and to me at least, the public library is a huge instrument because the public library, my dad, he would take me a lot of the times when I was a kid. Growing up, I lived with my dad and my mom. They were divorced, so I lived like half of the time there, half of the time there, and in my dad's side, he used to take me to all the free stuff in downtown to really just show me the city and really take advantage of the free opportunities that the city gave. And the library was one of them. And honestly, every time I see that place or just like look at that place, it kind of like just takes me back to just being a kid. And I remember like not really being able to afford anything, honestly, as a kid. And the situation wasn't the best. So going there, just seeing everything, just being able to, it really was like a child's mall. I think people don't understand where like libraries really, because the library is honestly like fading away sadly with technology and stuff. I want to see if there's a way that like the community lifts up the library systems and brings more people. And I see guys on TikTok and like women on TikTok showing their library skills and showing how lit their libraries are. So a big shout out to the Orlando Public Library. But I think we're gonna make that Magnolia Street because we're gonna take the whole circle around here on this parade, right? Because of course there's gonna be so many people, and of course the Grand Bohemian, so all of this street is gonna be lined up. And I truly believe that I would want them to line up here, like Pine Street, Central, Church, all of here just have people, right? Because obviously you're seeing here. Cool. So we make that right on Magnolia from South Street. We're picking it up. And then, of course, we hit the library. We make the right at the library, right? Because for everybody who doesn't know, for everybody who's watching this video who's not from Orlando, the biggest monument that downtown Orlando has by far is Lake Eola. Everybody knows that Lake Eola, when they talk about like old NBA games, old Citrus Bowl games, anything that would come to Orlando, and you would hear like the dun 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 dun, whatever it is, the dun 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 dun, whatever the news, whatever the theme song would be, they would pan on Lake Eola when they talk about Orlando because it's just the best. And we have that fountain in the middle. we already know the parade is gonna focus majorly on Lake Eola. So many people are gonna be on Lake Eola. I want to be a part of the parade. My goal is, as a content creator, to be honestly just invited to the parade and just take part of that, and just experience it with the team. But if not, the spot I'm going to is Lake Eola for sure. Like, that's gonna be the littest spot to watch the parade, because I genuinely believe we're gonna pass the library to show everybody here, and shout out the limo, because I don't even know if the limo is gonna be in service. It should, because that's our only way of public transportation. And no, for those of you guys, see, that's how you know. If you know, you know. In Orlando, the limo is the free public service. At least when I was a kid, it was the free public service. It was the bus in downtown. Nobody wanted to ride it. It like would squeak every time that you would get on it. It would stop. Everybody in downtown would know the limo was coming, if you know what I'm saying. But it was just the time, and it was the era, and it was the free transportation that we had. So of course everybody knows about the limo, and the limo, of course, I believe should be working this day, because downtown is gonna be packed. So I think we're gonna go all of Central, right? And then we have a monument that's coming up, but I'm gonna talk about it in a sec. We're gonna go through all of Central to Lake Eola, because of course there's no way we miss Lake Eola. At least this extremely big strip. And then we're gonna go through all of Central, and we're gonna make a left at Thornton. We might make a left, honestly, on Summerlin right here, because might just depend. But since, well, actually, yeah, because since Thornton we can't make that left, it would have to be Brown. I just think there's a whole bunch of houses here and neighborhoods, and they all just how the downtown area, just how the Pine Hills, the Paramore area deserves to enjoy this parade. I feel like they should go through this part of the city, go through the cribs, go through the people who live in downtown, live right there to Kia Center, deal with the traffic of game days, so on and so forth, just to give the thanks. You know what I'm saying? Of just supporting the team, being there for the team. So I think we're gonna go through all of Central. We make the left on Brown, right? Once we hit Robinson, that's where we make a left. And the reason why we're going to make the left is because Howard Middle School is there. And for those of you guys who don't know, Howard Middle School, man, was like one of the iconic like schools when I was a kid. And the reason why was because I grew up in like the Oak Ridge area, and for those who don't know, Oak Ridge wasn't really the best area, and our field trips to downtown would be to Howard Middle School, and we would see Rumpelstiltskin and like the princess, and like the story with like the beds, and like she had the little pea and all that stuff we would see there at Howard. And I remember like our schools were so ghetto, and I remember Howard wasn't the best school either, so we just had that rivalry, but we were all just amazing kids. And thankfully in our era there was no, true like violence, so on and so forth, but there was always that, man, Oak Ridge, Westridge, so on and so forth, whatever, man, Howard ain't nothing, whatever, whatever, cool. And I remember in elementary just going to downtown, going to Lou Gardens, going to the like children's museum or the science center. That was iconic moments for Orlando children in Orlando's public school system. But Howard Middle School, definitely a huge icon, and a huge iconic landmark in the downtown area. They were always welcoming to all these schools, and honestly, even the kids there, they would never, even though I was like, joking around and stuff, genuinely, like, it was always fun there. We were always invited back. We knew how to behave, they knew how to behave. It was truly an incredible experience. So I think the parade is going to pass by there, especially because since Howard is so iconic, especially in my era, with kids and with like other schools, I think there would be a huge gathering at Howard. And of course, it's the middle school of downtown, like it's in this area. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way they don't pass by it. So I think they're gonna come back all Howard, and then they're gonna have to pass by Lake Eola again, right? because of course there's no way they missed the other strip. I don't know if they're gonna make the full loop around Lake Eola because honestly we've never won a championship, so we really don't know how big of a celebration they're gonna make this. Which I honestly believe it should be the biggest. It's our first championship ever. So we definitely need to enjoy this and really just go all out to really enjoy, for all the people who couldn't enjoy and all the people like me who've lived their entire life just supporting this team, and people not like me who have been here since day one, since 1989. You know what I'm saying? And have supported this team and have rooted for them regardless of the ups and the downs. So we're gonna take all of Lake Eola though, because to me, I think we're gonna go Central, go through there, go through Robinson, right, and we're gonna leave Roseland and we're gonna leave Eola because you have to think too. People live here, people are driving here. It's gonna be closed, but there has to be places for people to safely be able to walk, run for emergencies, so on and so forth. So I feel like we're gonna leave all of this open. We're gonna come right all the way down here, and then there's a very important building, right? I think we're gonna make a right at Rosalind. If I'm being honest, now that I zoomed out, we're gonna hit Lake Eola. We're gonna go take the loop through Rosalind, right? We're gonna pass through all of that. This is downtown. This is the iconic like downtown. We're getting to the end of downtown, and like I'm telling you, like very iconic buildings, very iconic like placement in downtown, and right here on Amelia Street is where we're gonna make the left. And the reason why we're gonna make the left is because there's a couple monuments on this side. We got the Lynx building and we got the Bob car. So from going on Lake Eola, walk with me. We're going on Rosalind. We're gonna go up on Rosalind and then we're gonna make the left at Amelia Street. We're gonna pass by the Lynx building, the iconic Lynx building, and it's gonna have NBA champions on that banner outside of those windows. I prayed to live to see that day. We're gonna take Amelia Street, and I truly believe we're gonna go down here because we're gonna pass by the Bob car. UCF is over here. The I know the OCPS building is over here. Like, there's a lot of government buildings over. Yeah, right here, the OCPS building. So Amelia Street, I feel like, to be honest, we're gonna make a left here because we're gonna pass by the Bob car, we're gonna pass by the Marriott, and I honestly think we might even make a right at Livingston, or we might just take all of Amelia. I'm not really sure, but over here was the old stomping grounds of Amway Arena, so for sure, once we have this parade, I think we definitely should honor it by passing by here, and the Bob cars right here. Amway Arena used to be right here, and I think we should make the right or make the left, right, and then just go through Livingston and really just pass by this area in specific. The Bob car, the Lynx building, right here, Amway Arena, the iconic, like, where the fans saw the beginning, where we went through everything, where we saw the implosion. Like, the implosion to this day was one of the, like, saddest days of my childhood. Like, I remember crying, like, even though knowing and being so ecstatic for the Amway Center. Seeing Amway Arena being imploded, it was like one of my childhood. I knew even then as a kid, dang, I'm not gonna have like one of my childhood like relics there. Like it's gone forever. It's just in my memory. And it was like the first time I think I really experienced that. So I will always like remember Amway Arena. Remember just that area, going to the Bob car as a kid, seeing Rumpelstiltskin, and a whole bunch of other like plays with my school. God bless that. Of course, they would give. I don't know how my school would get there, but thankfully, and they would tell us because we were like ghetto kids, and they would be like, y'all better behave because we want to do a theater. They would have like etiquette classes before we would go to the theater. Like, I'm telling you, it was like a whole, like, we were going to Hollywood, man. And I remember going to the Bob car and passing. We would, to get to the Bob car, this is the bus loop, to get to the Bob car, Amway Arena was right here. And I remember as a kid being like, oh, I hope something happens with the theater, something happens with the show, that the bus breaks down, I don't know, and we just walk to Amway Arena. I just remember I would always want to be like, man, I just want to go to Amway Arena so bad. I just want to go to Amway Arena so bad. And I remember even going into the Bob car and just parking up in there and in the bus and just looking out the window and seeing a ginormous Superman cape draped over Amway Arena. And as a kid, I remember that I think that was my first Magic memory that I have. And I just remember, I think it was Demi Lovato who was coming to, yeah, Demi Lovato. She was coming to Orlando, and they were announcing Demi Lovato, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been when we were in the finals. I really don't remember. That's like very vague to me, but I just remember seeing the Superman cape as a kid. And it was on the side of Amway Arena, and I remember being like, I cannot believe this. Like, we have the Superman logo on the side of our arena. Like, we are the coolest team ever, you know? And it's a memory that during championship parades, that's what you talk about. You know, that's what people who are going to be sitting here in the heat, because of course it's going to be June, people hot as just sitting there, that's what they're going to be talking about. Those memories where they just remember just witnessing what could have been and all the steps that it took to get to where we are at that moment, to where we are today, right now, where I'm recording this. And of course, finally, when we win in the parade and all of that, you know. But to get back to it, sorry for sidetracking, just planning out this parade, it's a lot. You know, a lot of people, they have to plan all of this because that's what people want. It's a once in a lifetime experience, especially for our first one. You have to do it for the community, for the fans. It's the free event. I was watching big shout out to the Celtics broadcasting team. That parade was phenomenal. The commentary was amazing, and they were really talking about how, and keep in mind, they have 18. Boston is not shy to parades, and Boston is not shy to championships, but Orlando is, and Orlando's never had one, right? Orlando City, I was there when we won the U.S. Open Cup, but for NBA Finals, we've never won before, right? So once we win, it's gonna be the first championship and our only championship for the city ever. So imagine, it's gonna be for the fans. And I remember watching the Celtics parade, and the broadcasters kept mentioning the finals tickets are through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we understand not everybody can afford to go to a game in the season. Of course, we understand not everybody can buy the jerseys. Of course, we understand not everybody can buy the shirts. Not everybody can go to the games. Not everybody can buy the merchandise, the what, so on and so forth. But everybody knows they support the team, and today is the day that you guys can come out for free and enjoy this team, be close to the team, enjoy the championship, enjoy all the hours that you've spent watching this team, and just get a glimpse of what it was to be inside of that arena when the Celtics won. And genuinely, I just kept hearing that, and I just said, I cannot wait for it to be us. You know what I'm saying? I cannot wait for Paul Porter. You know, I really hope we win it at home. I pray we win it at home. I pray we win it in general, but I would love to win it at home, just to hear Paul Porter. You know, like, and that's it, fans. Your 20 whatever NBA champions, the Orlando Magic. Like, what? Like, that would be insane. Like, it would be I know I'm crying. Like, I know for a fact. Like, I can bet money on it right now, because when I start talking about, like, if I like, see, I'm getting kind of emotional right now. Like, when I really start thinking about like what the feeling would be when we win a championship, like, as a kid, just supporting something so long that you never, like, I don't know. It's hard to say, because it's like there's not many things you do in life without knowing like a guarantee or getting a result out of it. But being a fan is hard. People don't understand, like, what is being a fan? You're supporting a team that you have no control over. You have no say in what they do, yet you're going to show up every single day and still rep their jersey, rep the team, and you're going to fight for them with other fans of other teams. Like, sports is very important and a very, very big thing, and I truly believe that that's why I make videos like this, and that's why I'm doing something like this, because that's what parades do. That's what championships do. They bring together these moments, these memories, and like, I could go on for hours. You know what I'm saying? We're already hitting the 25-minute mark, and I could go on for hours talking about what's gonna happen that day, what I'll do that day, so on and so forth. And this isn't gonna be the first or last championship parade video. But let's get through it. Let's finish it because we're not even halfway done. We're not even halfway done because we just now got over I-4. So that's the wrap for this right side of downtown. I think that's perfect. It gives everybody everything in all the downtown area. Honestly, would or maybe on I don't even know because a lot of people are probably gonna say, oh, but you missed like all of downtown. Like, how are we not gonna go through downtown? It's really small, man. Where are the people gonna go? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how maybe we slither through there, but all of those iconic points that I mentioned we have to hit. And then we're gonna come across on this side, right? Now, for those of you guys who don't know, this side, man, it's not the best area of Orlando at all. I'm just being completely honest. There's no need to lie. So, I genuinely believe, regardless of that, they're the people who deserve this parade the most. It's their area, it's their neighborhoods that are getting taken by people, stadiums, stores, so on and so forth, restaurants. It's their Orlando, their city. Give them a parade, give them a show. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave it all for the skyscrapers. Don't leave it all for the touristy part. Don't leave it all for the government. Give it to the people too. Just like we giving it to these folk, gotta give it to these folk over here. So I say once we pass the Bob car, we're gonna go down here, and I genuinely would say we're gonna take the right on Westmoreland and go all the way down. And these are all houses. This is all the hood, honestly, just to be frank. So really give them that and really just have them enjoy all of that, right? Come all the way down. Inter and Coast Stadium, which is our very big Orlando City Stadium, is right here. We're gonna pass Inter and Co because, of course, another place of gathering for many, 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 many people. And I believe that that's it. Just go all the way down Westmoreland. Give all of the people from this Pine Hills area, this Paramore area down here, just a moment to enjoy this team, and this whole strip would be for them. And then they're gonna make the left at Church Street, take the left, go all the way down. I would say either Church Street or South Street. I just know since Kia Center's on Church Street, and like everyone says like Church Street, it's honestly our road. You know what I'm saying? So I think we would start in since it would start on South, it should end on Church, and then maybe even that's what they do. Maybe even that's what they do. They go all the way down here on Church, take it all the way through downtown, take the loop through. Oof, that would be tough. Come all the way through Church, pass by Kia Center again, come up here, and then come down and park it into Kia. That's literally what I would honestly do. Go through Church Street, give all of Church Street the enjoyment, come right through the smack that. Oh, but see, Orange, you can only go down. See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe go. Yeah, I really don't know how they would do with these ups and downs, but yeah, honestly. So yeah, just end it at Church Street. Just go through Church Street, and then just turn into South and call it a day. But I think that's gonna be the parade route, if I'm being honest. And just keeping it frank, let's see. Let's see. I want to draw this out for you guys, so that way we could have like a at least what is it, like a documentation of how accurate this is. So that way years from now, when the Magic make it and the Magic are in the finals and we win and we have this parade, you guys are gonna come back to this video and be like, bro, start planning. That we don't need to. Hollywood already made the video. Just Hollywood 407 got the video for us. So we turn, go on South Street, Grand Bohemian, and then we're gonna take this loop because the mayor's office is right here. We're gonna add an M for the mayor. M for the mayor, right? We're gonna take Anderson, go all the way around this street. We're gonna go through here. Make this left, right? And then we're gonna come back, and then of course the most famous of all, Magnolia. Gotta love Magnolia. So we're gonna make that right on Magnolia Street. We're gonna go all the way right until Central, and then at Central, you're gonna take that right. We're gonna go through all of Lake Eola, give the people a show, go through Central, then we're gonna go to Brown, give these folks a show, and then cut through Howard. Go through Howard Middle, and then how do we? Let's fix this. Let's at least fix this part from right here. Oh, we gotta do it all again. All right. We're gonna have to do it again. We're gonna take that right on Magnolia. We're gonna go on Central, all the way down. Perfect. And then we're gonna go to Brown. And then we're gonna make that left so we could pass Howard. Shout out Howard. And then over here. So remember the Lynx building is right here. So we're gonna make that right. And then we're going to go. I honestly would say just make the left on Livingston. So we pass the Lynx building since it's right here, and then we're passing the Bob car. We're passing old Amway Arena, which was right here. We're gonna add AA for Amway Arena because that's where it was right here. RIP, RIP. And then here, let's actually move myself so that way we can see better. So since we're going on this side now, so once we pass the Bob car, we're gonna go all the way through Livingston, right? And then we're gonna make the left on Westmoreland, North Westmoreland. Go through here, pass by entering Coast Stadium. And honestly, at this point, I would give it to them. Give it to these folk. This is the hood. This is houses. These are houses. Don't end it here. Don't end it at Church Street. Give the people the show, man. Give the people the parade that they deserve. Go all the way down. Go to Anderson Street. Make that left on Anderson Street. And then right here, you take the left. And bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And you have the perfect parade route. Let me put myself in the middle. You have the perfect parade route for 2020 whenever. I'm not going to jinx ourselves. I'm not going to say so on and so forth. But this is the route that I genuinely believe we should take for our championship parade when the time comes and when we become NBA champions. I hope genuinely my goal is to be invited and to be on one of the floats or one of the cars, whatever it is that we're gonna have. But genuinely I want to be a part of this and just be on one of those and just get invited by the team. That's my goal. Honestly, I've said since I started content, that was my biggest goal. That the day we win a championship, I'm at least known enough in the Magic community to get invited and be able to enjoy this, not only as a fan, but as somebody on, the team, not obviously playing, but somebody, a big influence in the Magic community. And I just have the passion for it. And clearly, y'all see these videos, man. I see the goal, I see the dream in which we have, because obviously the Magic are going to win the championship very soon. I think the Magic are going to win the championship sooner rather than later, if I'm being completely honest. But that's a story for a different day, because, of course, everybody's biased. But the way we're headed, the way we're going, this is the longest video I've ever done, but it's one of the funnest that I've done, just seeing my city. And I live in Miami. For those who don't know, I'm in South Florida right now as we speak, recording this. But I love Orlando. I love the city. I eventually see myself I don't know if I'm going to say moving there, because I see myself living in many different places. I just hope to be successful enough on this channel to be able to live in these many different spots. But I hope we win this championship. I see the culture. Are we going to get Klay Thompson? Are we going to get Paul George, Colin Sexton, Anthony Simons? Who knows who we get, just to end up with Tyus Jones is what everyone's saying. I don't know. I don't know how this Magic offseason is going to go, but I know it's going to start the push to get us to get these parades going, to get these championships coming. And I just hope, I really hope I'm gonna be there. I told everybody I know that, and since I was in high school, I've told them that no matter where I'm at in life, financially, emotionally, if the Magic are up 3 games in the NBA Finals, I am going to the game. I don't care if it's $1,000. I'm gonna spend it happily because that is what it'll be worth for me to just be there in the spot. Yes, it'll be cool to watch it on TV, enjoy it with my family, enjoy it with my friends, whoever it is. I think being there, just in the environment in that lower 100 bowl section, seeing the confetti fall, like witnessing that Celtics championship a couple days ago, seeing that confetti fall was insane for the Celtics. And keep in mind, like, I do love the Celtics. I have no hate towards them. They are my second favorite team in the NBA. Obviously, Magic over Celtics, Celtics over anybody else. But seeing that confetti fall and seeing just the flooding that it was of green and white, where you really couldn't see anything. You couldn't see a thing. It was just green and white confetti. I have to be there when that's blue and white. I have to. There's like, it'll be the happiest day of my life. I will probably be crying. I don't know what emotions I'm going to feel. I don't know who I'm going to be with. I don't know where I'm going to be at in life at that moment. But I know I'm going to be in that building. There's no way I'm not going to be in that building, and there's no way I'm missing this parade. I'm going to get a hotel. I'm living large that weekend. I'm living large that weekend, especially as a content creator, because by then I'm going to have so many videos, and I really hope to have a community, at least enough of fans or supporters, whatever you guys want to call yourselves. Just people loving me and just showing support to the channel and loving this team, where I have enough of that to be able to enjoy it, and just I want to live off of this, and by that time I want to be able to just be doing this full time on this channel, just Hollywood 407, and supporting the squad. I would love, my dream honestly would be we win the championship and I just book a hotel in Orlando. I'm already gonna be in Orlando because we're gonna win the championship in Orlando. And then I'm in a hotel, but I'm gonna be in one of those good hotels, like a Disney hotel or like a Universal hotel. You know what I'm saying? And really like enjoy like a tourist. Go to Disney the day after we win, right? Because we already know a day after we win, I'm going to Disney, celebrating that. Day after that, we're going to Universal, hitting that. Epic Universe is going to be open, hitting in that. Gonna enjoy the parade. Gonna go to the beach. Gonna enjoy like all the Florida stuff, and like I could already see my bank account going like, oh my goodness. Like I could just tell all the imagine all the merchant stuff you see behind me. I could already tell when we win a championship the thousands of dollars that I'm gonna spend, sadly. But not sadly to me, because it means a lot to me and it'll mean so much when we win. But in terms of the towel, my biggest thing that I know is gonna be very expensive, but I'm like, I don't care. I want a trophy. I don't care what you tell me. I want that replica size trophy, but not no mini, no, nah, bruh. Give me the thing that Paolo's gonna be holding up. Give me the thing that, bro. Give me the thing that Paolo. Everybody's gonna be holding up. That Mario, bro. All I'm gonna say, JT, Dante, Brian Steele, all these people, or yeah, David Seal, Brian Hill, all these people who worked with the team, the Stan Vans, all these old players. I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, I need that trophy. I need that trophy. I know. You guys are like, you're bugging, bro. I know you guys are like, that's a waste of money. Not to me, bro. Especially with this channel, what? It's gonna be my biggest thing in the back. Just a trophy, the replica size trophy, the lifelike size trophy. And it's gonna have it engraved, Orlando Magic champions, whenever it may be. For now, man, we're just vibing. We're just enjoying this team. We're enjoying the vibe. We're enjoying supporting them and supporting the grind on the road to number one. And banner number one. Oh man. And I'm gonna spend so much money because then I'm gonna have to go back to Orlando because I'm gonna have to be there when they put the banner up. There's no way I'm gonna miss that. There's no way I'm gonna miss them putting the banner up. What? No way. But yeah, and then I'm gonna have to buy the replica ring. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. The towels, the DVD alone. just a movie. I'm probably, oh man, it's probably gonna be my favorite movie of all time. Seeing that like documentary, Oh, Oh, I cannot wait. I really hope. I really hope. I think that we have major pull. I think with Disney, with Universal, and I get it that LA has the same thing, but it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same. They don't have the same love for like their teams because they have so many. We only have the Magic, and I feel like since we've never won, I think Universal Studios Orlando, Disney Orlando, like Walt Disney World, they need to do something huge, and I feel like they will. And in terms of like I miss like 90s era in terms of we need those cartoons with like the old cartoon Mickey saying go Magic and like having them like rep the jerseys and saying like champion and stuff like that. Like that's why I want to be successful with this channel by the time this comes, because I need to talk to these heads on the Magic. I need to talk because as just a kid from Orlando, we have Disney sponsored on the jersey. Why not, bro? We can use them. It'll be a big marketing strategy for us in terms of just for kids and stuff. They'll see, oh, I remember him with the Magic jersey, like, and I genuinely believe I have big ideas. I have big ideas for this team. But obviously, I'm gonna have to figure my way out or figure my way in to make it out because that's what we are right now. We on this grind, but that's it for me, man. That's all the yapping I'm gonna do for this championship parade route. I know we diluted a little bit, but it's just what I do, man. Love talking about this team. Love talking about the possibility of us winning a championship because we all know it is very, very, very likely that the Magic win a championship very soon. But for right now, man, y'all already know it's your man Hollywood, just an Orlando Magic fan. If you have made it all the way this far, I greatly appreciate you because 40 minutes, whew, longest video I've done to date. But we're gonna keep giving y'all some great content, keep giving y'all just genuine content because this is me trying to build my following. If you made it this far, comment go Magic. Comment, I don't know, comment your favorite thing that you want to comment. Comment what you like about the channel, what you want to see me do, so on and so forth, man. But for right now, you already know we gotta say, let's go Magic. We're out of here. And that, my friends, is what you call a wrap.